Today on Dr. Phil, when it comes to social media stars,
right now. How far is too far?
banned for bad behavior.
I can't post anything, even if I make a new account. I was making over $100K a month and then $0 now.
From baby nurse to naughty nurse.
I made more money in 1 month creating adult content, over $300,000.
And can we create a social media star?
I put him through the ringer. He gave it his best shot.
Let's do it.
Have a good show, everybody. Here we go.
This is a safe place to talk about hard things.
Stand by. We'll count you down.
Today is going to be a changing day in your life.
5, 4.
Get ready to take care of you. Today's topic is something we can all relate to, regardless of your age or gender. You've probably seen some of the stories in the news or on social media that we're going to be talking about today. In a world driven by social media, it seems everyone is trying to surpass the Joneses instead of keeping up with them. This decade has proven to be more untraditional and mold-breaking than ever before. In fact, when asked, 1 in 3 kids say they would prefer to be vloggers than astronauts. But in this ever-changing society, we must continue to ask an important question: how far is too far? Well, we're going to talk about that today when we hear from 3 different people whose quest for fame and fortune not only went viral, but also made national news after they were criticized and in some cases canceled by the public for what some people say was crossing the line. Now, my first guest says last month he went viral after quitting his 9-to-5 career job, approaching a popular influencer and asking him for a job. Things didn't turn out like he thought. Take a look.
It's nice outside. It's real nice outside.
My dream has always been to be in the entertainment business or to be an influencer.
Why can't I be sexy?
I want it so bad.
Everyone has goals. Go accomplish your goals.
A few months ago, I started posting stuff on social media. Some of the media influencers I like are the Paul brothers. Logan and Jake Paul are like idols to me. Logan Paul is well known for doing pranks with his brother, Jake Paul. The Paul brothers have 20 million followers. Everything they do, it's like gold. I saw that Jake Paul was going to go in a boxing match with Tyrone Woodley. It was like 12 hours away, so I decided to go where the action was. My intention was to meet up with Jake Paul, and I wanted to ask him for an opportunity, internship, a job. I didn't have the time off work. I left without notice. I am a welder. I was making over $100,000 a year, but it wasn't my dream. I was willing to quit my job and do whatever it takes.
Well, quit his job he did and drove 12 hours to the boxing venue. So what happened when he got there? Take a look.
It was the day of the weigh-ins for Jake Paul's fight, and I just saw Logan Paul there, and I went up to Logan Paul. I explained to him I was looking for a break into the industry. Once I approached Logan, he said, "What can you do? What's your angle?"
What are you good at?
I choked up. I said I could dance.
Yeah, you know. Oh, so you really got what it takes.
I don't.
Then why would I
need a mentor.
Well, why would I do that?
Meeting with Logan didn't go as planned. I was in the hopes that Logan would maybe take me under his wing. I was crushed, and I felt like my dreams were crushed.
I'm having a breakdown right now.
Since the video went viral about meeting Logan Paul, people have been really saying hateful stuff. I'm entitled, you know, go jump off a building. That it's so stupid that you quit your job for the Paul brothers. I was upset. I quit my job. I thought it's gonna be my break. At this point, I don't really have a plan. I'm at a fork in the road. My heart is telling me to be an influencer, but I might have to go back to welding.
Well, Austin's mom, Samantha, says her son is wrongly looking for instant gratification, while his stepdad, Mike, says Austin's videos, well, they just don't paint him in a good light.
If you ask me, my son Austin is crazy. He's gone off the deep end.
What Austin did was incredibly stupid. Am I happy about Austin having a video go viral? Yeah, I am. But the way he did it was incredibly wrong.
For him to think that he could just quit his job and ask Logan Paul for a job and they'd give him a high-paying job is absolutely preposterous. So the whole handout thing that embarrasses me. I always have encouraged Austin to pursue his dreams.
I have no regrets on what I did and follow my dreams.
The problem when it comes to Austin is he just hasn't used common sense.
He absolutely did not have to quit his job. Austin could have kept his well-paying job and did his social media on the side.
I feel miserable every day waking up and going to welding. I'm 22 years old and I feel like I'm 50.
Austin, he's a true millennial. He always has thought about instant gratification. You know, it's just going to come so easy to him. I really hope that this experience has opened his eyes and made him see that life isn't so easy that way. I totally support his dreams in being a social media influencer. Next time, I definitely think he should be a little more realistic and have a plan. Even a plan B, a plan C, a plan Z.
I'm really hoping Dr. Phil can guide him a little bit.
And give him a wake-up call that it's not that easy.
Well, it's good to meet you all.
You too.
You too?
So what did you think was going to happen? You drive up and ask for a job from Logan, right?
Correct.
What did you think was going to happen?
I thought maybe I was gonna get lucky. Not lucky, but like, I felt like maybe he was gonna say, hey, come on, I'll give you some advice. Let's go talk, you know, and maybe you can get an internship.
Well, let's take a look at what happened.
I quit my job. No,
wait,
it's a story.
I'm interested.
It's a story. I just talked to Logan Paul. I mean, like, he was just being nice, and I get it, media, whatever, he has to be nice. Before I approached him, he was bragging about making $3 million. I make $100,000 a year. I'm 22, I do make $100,000, that's cool. And I wanna act, I wanna do these things. Just watch the clip, okay? I quit my job legit 2 days ago. I came up here, took a risk. I'm originally from Ohio. Like, I just needed to talk to you. I'm trying to talk to your brother. I'm trying to talk about business, trying to talk about trying to get a job. Like, I want to do media. I've been trying to get.
What are you good at?
I was having dances. I did like
What's
that.
Your TikTok
I did that video, you know, like on like that. Yeah, you know.
Oh, so you really got what it takes.
I don't.
Then why would I
need a mentor.
Why would I do that?
I want to be like. I'm 22 years old. I'm just trying.
I bet. I can't be a mentor right now, right? In my life, I didn't have connections and people around. I have Jake. That's it. Do you have a brother? Do you have people, friends?
I don't.
Glad you quit your job. It takes to do that, bro, but like now you gotta act.
I'm trying to make a step.
I'm not,
media.
But I'm not the guy directly. You're
the guy.
No,
you're the guy.
Bro, my team is this. Relax, bro. Relax. I'm not the guy. Like, you know, life isn't about handouts. You know what I'm saying?
I know. I'm not trying to get a handout. I'm not trying to get.
What are you trying to do?
I'm trying to work hard for a little money. No money. I want to move to LA, and I want to be able to be part of that.
Look, I have to go. If you really are serious about it, bro, you should move to LA, and just like you approached me, start making connections with every single person in LA. I'm serious. That's it. I've always said this. If you're charismatic and you can talk to someone, you can make it in LA. Yeah, that's my advice.
Okay. Well, first off, I think he was amazingly nice and patient and kind in talking to you when you just ambushed him in a crowd like that.
Yeah.
I'm impressed with that. I don't know Logan, but that's impressive to me that he took the time and talked to you like that, listened to you in the crowd, heard you out, gave you some advice.
He was nice.
Very nice guy.
I wasn't upset because he said no. I was upset because I messed up and I wasn't witty enough or funny. I didn't feel like I was enough in the situation to arouse him to give me a job or give me an internship.
What did you think about him quitting his job? Y'all thought it wasn't smart, right?
He was a lunatic. He's crazy. We have never instilled any of those characteristics in him. We go to work every day. We work hard for what we have, and you don't quit a good paying job.
Well, what do you think about his dream?
I think
we're all for his dream. We want him to follow his dreams, but he's got to do it the right way. He just can't jump into it.
Have a game plan.
Austin,
set goals.
Austin always wants instant gratification. He's been that way for years. He wants everything right now.
Well, you got backlash. You said you got backlash on social media, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, here are some of them. Bro, what did you expect, man? Can't skip steps, man. Start working at it. How entitled are you, bro? Don't expect someone else to give you a golden ticket. You think that's harsh?
Now? Yeah.
You should read some of the I get. you think that's harsh?
You're right. I'm a little soft.
That's what I get from my fans, right? I like, shut up, you bald-headed hillbillies. That's not negative. That's coaching. Because you can't be thin-skinned in the public eye, seriously. You put up a crowdfunding page.
I did.
You said, I was the guy that asked Logan Paul for a job. Embarrassing I didn't get the job, but with your guys' help, I can pursue my dream of becoming a YouTuber and influencer. Maybe someday I can help the unfortunate people that don't have money to accomplish your dreams. And your goal, you said, was $50,000?
Way too high. I mean,
how much have you collected?
Obviously none.
None?
I mean, yeah, I haven't collected any.
Not a penny?
You have to work hard. I've learned over the experience.
Not a penny? You hadn't gotten a dime? Not one person sent you a dime?
No.
What happened when I asked Austin to hit the streets of Hollywood for a special assignment? Next. Does he really have what it takes to be a full-time content creator?
I think anyone does.
Anybody.
Nowadays.
I recently did something I never thought I would do.
I gave my mother an ultimatum. Either speak with Dr. Phil or I was done speaking to her.
Is he educated?
Yes, he has his master's.
Happiness just enter into my life through my ear. He must have skipped 5th grade because that's where they teach grammar. Everything he's told you is a lie. This is a scumbag piece of trash that is stealing your money and breaking your heart.
I don't believe it.
That's Wednesday. Then, on Friday, missing and murdered in Montana.
If you are born an indigenous woman, it's almost 100% that you are going to be preyed upon.
If I were to go missing, I wouldn't get the attention like Gabby.
That's Friday.
I feel like I have the willpower it takes to be in the business, but I just don't have the resources or the knowledge or the guidance to become a great influencer. What I don't have a plan, I don't have the right equipment, and I don't have the connections. I'm hoping to get some direction into the industry. To say the least, I need a lot of guidance.
We're back with 22-year-old Austin, his mom Samantha and stepdad Mike, who say Austin quit his lucrative job as a welder to achieve social media fame. Now, does he really have what it takes to be a full-time content creator? That's what we wanted to know. And do you think you do?
Yeah, I think anyone does.
Really?
Yeah, absolutely.
Anybody?
Nowadays.
Then why isn't everybody a YouTube or TikTok star?
Well, not everyone wants to. I mean, when you're talking about the people that...
1 in 3 kids say they want to. 75% of some kids, some groups, and they just say they, rather than some job, they say they'd like to be YouTube famous or TikTok famous.
Yeah, like me, yeah.
Well, as most of you know, I'm somewhat active on social media. I try to stay up to date on current trends just to kind of play around with the audience. I do a lot of that because what I do here is often very serious. So I think it's good to do lighter things sometimes. I recently did something I never thought I would do. I recorded a dance video. So that's hard for me. I did it with a content creator that is a really nice guy that I've gotten to know, and he's someone everybody's talking about. Take a look. That's another thing you have to have is the willingness to humiliate yourself in public. That was me with TikTok sensation and online content creator To Touch an Emu, a.k.a. David Allen, whose dance went viral with hundreds of millions of views. You heard it right. Hundreds of millions of views. I had so much fun with David that I asked him to meet up with Austin for a special assignment. So how you doing?
Doing great.
You got your headphones on, got your glasses on, you got everything set? All right, I appreciate you doing this. Let's take a look.
No way.
Nice to meet you. That's awesome. I'm David.
Yeah, I saw you. I've seen you everywhere. It's so cool.
We're going to film a video, show you the moves, show you the dance, and then you're going to take these headphones, phone, and you're going to sunglasses. We're going to cut the video tonight once we're done filming. You're going to send it to me, and I'm going to give you a grade, and they're going to talk about it on the show. I'm going to be grading you on technical skill, style, creativity, attitude, personality, swag. And then just kind of, there you go. That's awesome.
I guess you want from there.
You like it?
All right.
All right, sweet.
Want to go to another location?
Yeah, let's go. We can always film it at an angle. Yeah, like that. Yeah. That's it. That's it. Easy. Easy money, sir.
All right.
I like it.
It's up to you. Where do you want to be?
I want to be in the middle of the street.
All right, yeah, we're good.
See how fast they are?
Yeah, we're good. We're good. Let's go for a walk. Find another place.
Okay.
I think it's too close. Can you back up a little bit? What do you think, homie? Maybe I need to get my position better.
Whatever you think, man. You're the boss. Because you're TikTok. But you will be graded on this.
All right, let's redo this.
Do you see the car and stuff? Okay.
We'll just do one right on that wall, and that'll be our last shot.
Right here, boss man.
All right. You want to watch it? Thanks for grow up.
You tell us, is that a wrap?
That's a wrap.
Personality and swag.
Swag, I'm going to have to give you a D.
The highs and lows of friendships with Psycho.
So, joining us today with over 10 million followers on social media, David Allen. You put him through his paces, right, to see what he knew and how he did, right?
I put him through the ringer. He gave it his best shot.
Yeah, and there's a lot of work that goes into this, true?
Oh, yeah. Like, you said it yourself. Scouting, locations is a big part of it, and then editing. Like, I always tell people, like, 5% of what I do is actually shooting. The rest of it is just, you know, scouting, shooting, editing, and then talking to people, building relationships.
So let's watch and hear how you graded Austin's final performance. Here we go.
If you can't be right, I do the same thing. I told you that I never would. I told you I changed, even when I knew I never could.
Now, yeah, a lot of people that haven't seen this particular trim before are going, I don't get it. But that's the whole point. You don't have to get it. It's just something that, I mean, it can make no sense at all, but it kind of catches on for a while and gets a lot of attention and can create a lot of views and following. That can be monetized. There are a lot of things that can go on about that. But let's talk about how he did. What grade would you give Austin on, first off, creativity and technical ability?
Creativity, I gave him a B, and technical ability, I also gave him a B.
Okay.
I feel like the creativity aspect, he followed my format very closely. So he didn't really put his own spin on it necessarily. So that's why I kind of docked it down to a B. But I think my format's pretty good, so I'm going to give him a B on that.
Yeah.
And then on, what was the other one?
Personality and swag.
Personality. Now, personality, I'm going to give him an A. The guy's great. He's a good kid. I really like him, and it shows in the video. Swag, I'm going to have to give you a D because you need a little... I'm going to explain... Let me explain myself. You're getting a D because you didn't put enough stank in those hip movements, man. You just need, it needs more.
You're right.
A lot more.
I wasn't using what my mama gave me.
Now, you know, I was going to say the same thing because I had the feeling that he was more interested in looking cool instead of going with the spirit of the thing.
That's exactly right. Because a big part of it is
you're just a regular dude, and you're faking like you're just this big shot, but in the reality, you're just a regular guy, you know. But if you try too hard, and people can tell. They know when you're not being genuine. What people don't understand is I actually have the worst butt in the world, but now it's famous just because I'm shaking it like it's not. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. And it's the confidence, man. Just be confident, be yourself, and let loose and get into it.
That's what I want to do.
All right, yesterday was a changing day in Austin's life, but we're going to find out why even more after the break.
I got the Dr. Phil suits, I got the bowl cap, I even got the famous mustache. Come on out, man.
This ain't my first rodeo.
Great job.
From navigating headlines.
Fentanyl poisoning more prevalent than COVID deaths, car accidents, and even suicide.
To a proven strategy for success.
If you do that every day,
it's amazing to me on what can go viral on TikTok, because all it really takes is using one of these filters to make your face look like this. I heard you've been losing followers, man. It's not that much. How many did you lose? All of them? And then I unfollowed everybody else because you figured, you know, that's just fair. Oh, that's another dub! Okay, Billy, that's it. I'm gonna ask you to leave my classroom now. Whatever. Freaking idiot. That was really stupid for you to do. You know we get out of class in like 30 seconds, right?
You just saw a video from content creator DJ Hunts, but being a content creator is not all fun and games. And the question is, are you willing to put in the work? And we asked Austin who he looks up to in the social media world, and he told us. Here's what happened.
Hi, Dr. Phil, DJ Hunts here. I heard Austin's story that he wants to be a social media influencer and a content creator, and I heard he's got nobody to make funny videos with. Well, today's his lucky day because that's my specialty. So let's do it. It's going to be a changing day in Austin's life. What's up, dude?
What's going on?
What? How's it going, man?
Oh,
awesome.
Man, it is wild.
So, I heard you want to be a social media influencer.
I do.
All right, dude. See if you got what it takes. So you know that I do a lot of skits with a lot of different voices. Well, today we're going to be using none other than the voice of Dr. Phil himself. So today, you're the content creator. I got the Dr. Phil suits, I got the bowl cap, I even got the famous mustache. I even also have a couple other props that I brought for myself, man. Because today what we're going to do is we're going to be mouthing over the Dr. Phil theme song.
Let's do it.
Just like Dr. Phil. Right, here we go. Boom.
All right, man. Obviously, you're going to be Dr. Phil. I'm going to dress up as Lynn, the director. Get your suit on, bro. Get your ball cap, your mustache. Come on out, man.
This ain't my first rodeo.
Perfect, man. Dude, you look legit. 3, 2, 1.
Let's do it.
You're filming. You're zooming in. You're going to let go after she says go.
I kind of look like him.
Get into position, like how you want me to be. Tell me where to go.
Dr. Phil. Dr. Phil.
Great job.
All right. So, DJ, how you doing, man?
Doing good, man. How are you?
Good. You work hard and have a good time all at once, right?
That's what it's all about.
Yeah. So let's watch DJ and Austin's final product and hear how DJ graded Austin's performance. Let's look at the skit. Let's do it.
Have a good show, everybody. Here we go.
This is a safe place to talk about hard things.
Stand by. We'll count you down.
Today's going to be a changing day in your life.
5, 4.
I am not giving up on you.
So what'd you think?
I liked it. I thought I didn't look anything like you.
It's not supposed to look just like me. Yeah. It's supposed to be a bad approximation, but people get it. What'd you think about his creativity?
On his creativity, I gave him a B+. Just the whole dressing up as Dr. Phil and kind of placing and playing, having me be as like the director for the Dr. Phil show was pretty creative, and lip syncing to it is a good social media thing.
And swag, and how do you define that for him?
I mean, he's dressed up as Dr. Phil, so I gave him an A. You know, that's an A+ off the bat.
How about personality and technical ability? Those two things.
As far as personality goes, I feel like, you know, when you're making a TikTok, you could use a little bit more pep in your step. You could use a little bit more energy, a little bit more enthusiasm.
You gave him C+ for an attitude. What was the C+ about?
I think it was just like a little bit more attitude, is just more being more direct and being a little bit more with more communication.
That looks like my grade card.
Yeah, but your overall grade, you gave him a B+, right?
Absolutely, yeah.
Okay. Since I've been doing it with them, I've learned that anybody can do it if they put the hard work into it. And that's what I was mistaken on it. So.
Yeah. All right. Well, you know, we hooked you up with two of the absolute most successful guys in this space. So I hope you grabbed a hold and learned something from it. And you guys have been very generous with your time and information, and I thank you for that.
Glad to do it. He's a great guy.
Is there such a thing as a prank gone too far? Because a lot of social media is about pranks, and we'll talk about that after the break.
I'm no...
I'm known for making prank social media videos. Over a year ago, I posted a series of videos about the fake death of my girlfriend. YouTube decided to ban me from posting videos. Basically, overnight, my source of income was gone.
Tomorrow. She seemed like a typical mom, but
she was running a massage parlor.
She said she did it for the children.
She did it for the drugs.
Next, madam.
I feel for my mom to have to live with her past.
Well, she doesn't live with it. To her, it was no big deal. So I traded in human flesh.
With no regrets.
You told the producers that you felt so much shame. I think you say that because you know that's what you're supposed to say.
That's tomorrow. Then, on Wednesday...
I gave my mother an ultimatum. Either speak with Dr. Phil, or I was done speaking to her.
Is she educated?
Yes, he has his master's.
Happiness just enter into my life through my ear. He must have skipped 5th grade because that's where they teach grammar. Everything he's told you is a lie. This is a scumbag piece of trash that is stealing your money and breaking your heart.
I don't believe it.
That's Wednesday.
It seems social media rules the world and content creators are upping the ante to stand out. But with a greater following comes an even bigger microscope, and in an instant, it can all come crumbling down. So, how far is too far? My next guest says just last year he had over 2 billion views on social media, and now completely banned. Here's his story.
My name's Jay, but on social media, I'm known as Jay Station. I'm known for making prank social media videos. At one point, I had 6.5 million subscribers on one channel and 800,000 on the other. All of my videos were fake and planned out. They were pranks and often got me a lot of haters. For example, on one video, I drank a potion to turn gay.
Okay, sister, so what do you think?
I got a lot of people mad at me for that.
Jay's in the emergency room. They don't know what's wrong with him.
Another time, I filmed a video of me being in a coma. I wasn't.
Jay, you think you can drive, bro? Should I let him drive, guys?
Over a year ago, I posted a series of videos about the fake death of my girlfriend. YouTube decided to ban me from posting videos. I had to tell all of my followers I was taking a break.
Thank you for rocking with me and understanding this. I'll be back. Not sure when.
YouTube terminated my account. Basically, overnight, my source of income was gone. It's been almost 2 years since being banned. I knew my videos were controversial. Yes, some people might think I crossed the line, but I really don't think I went too far.
Well, joining us virtually is Jay. Jay, how you doing?
Hey, I'm good, Dr. Phil. How you doing?
All right. You've been shut down for 2 years?
A little over a year now, Dr. Phil.
So what have you been doing since?
I've been doing some stuff with real estate. I got together with some real estate investors and started buying rental properties.
Yeah. I know where there's an opening for a welder.
Yeah.
You can jump all over that. When you put up anything at all, they take it down, no matter what it is. You put it up under a different name, under anything, they take anything you put up down, right?
Yeah, Dr. Phil, basically YouTube said I'm banned from being in possession of any YouTube channel. I can't post anything, even if I make a new account.
Yeah, is there any kind of appeal? I mean, have you filed an appeal? Have you said, look, I get it, I've crossed the line? Is there some probationary way you can come back? Is there anything you can do to kind of make amends?
I've tried to email them several times. It's just YouTube is almost impossible to get a hold of, and I really don't know what to do to get my YouTube channel back or even to be able to make a new one. Yeah, so this took your income to zero, right? Yes, Dr. Phil, out of nowhere. I was making over $100K a month and then $0 now.
$100K a month and it just went to nothing. Yeah, wow.
Yeah, overnight.
If you've learned something, what would you pass on to those that aspire to do? You're making $100 grand a month. What do you say to these guys that are following along the path that you've been down?
It takes a lot of dedication. Keep on doing it every day or as much as possible. But the biggest thing nowadays is to never do anything that's anybody could think is controversial at all. I'm definitely never going to do anything controversial, offensive. You know, I'm sorry for even doing any of that stuff. I can't believe I did that.
My next guest is a mom of three who some may say is going too far online. Her response may surprise you. That's next.
For the past 9 years, I have been an ICU nurse working hard. That is until recently when management discovered that I also was creating adult content online, which ultimately cost me my job. I don't have any regrets. We currently now are making well over $250,000, $300,000 a month.
Summer is the season where most kids look forward to no school, lots of free time, and warm days to go out and play. But for many children, summer means a lot less to eat. During the school year, more than 22 million children receive free or reduced price meals, but that drops to less than 4 million in the summer. During the summer, the Feeding America network of food banks helps provide free meals to children who depend on them during the school year. Find out how you can help feed a child this summer by going to drphil.com, because summer is no fun when you're hungry. We've been discussing how far is too far on social media. Now, my next guest is a mom of three who says she recently made headlines after being forced out of her job as a NICU nurse. Now, why? Well, Allie Ray says her coworkers thought her hobbies, well, they just thought they weren't suitable for work.
My name is Allie Ray, and for the past 9 years, I have been an ICU nurse working hard through this pandemic. That is until recently when management discovered that I also was creating adult content online, which ultimately cost me my job. I have always been incredibly career-driven. I'm highly educated. I'm a hockey mom. I actually graduated high school at the age of 16. I joined the United States Navy. My husband and I have been married for 19 years, and we now have 3 boys. I ended up getting my master's in nursing education. I was working as a nurse during COVID-19, and unfortunately during this time, my husband was furloughed. We had to think of creative ways to make additional money and pay the bills. This was also around the time when adult content creation, there was a lot of buzz about it, and so with my husband's approval, I logged on, I created an account, and before you know it, I had made more money in 1 month creating adult content than I was even making as a month as a nurse. I was actually discovered by a few nurses that I worked with. They were not happy with this, they were very uncomfortable with it, and that is what ultimately cost me my job. I don't have any regrets. We currently now are making well over $250,000, $300,000 a month. We are paying off student loans, we're setting up college funds, credit cards. I am very well aware that there are many people out there who do not support what I'm doing, and I understand and respect that.
Well, hey, good to meet you.
Nice to meet you.
5 years ago, would you have ever thought you would be doing what you're doing and making the money you're making doing it on the internet?
Absolutely not.
You didn't even think about it existing, right?
No, I wasn't even aware of the platform. It's totally out of character for me.
Yeah, because you went to school, you were a nurse, you worked in the NICU, right?
Correct.
And you'd been to the Navy, and you're married with children.
Mm-hmm.
And how old are your kids?
My oldest is 18, 16, and 12.
Okay. And this is a subscription thing where people pay by the month, right?
Correct.
And how many subscribers?
Currently, right now, we have close to 18,000.
How would you describe your content?
It's very X-rated, adult content.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
And what have you said to your boys about this?
Actually, whenever I left my job, we felt it was in the best interest to at least have a conversation with our older 2. Given their age and their friend group, you know, they're boys, we thought, you know, they could come across something potentially. We just didn't want them to, you know, come across something third party. So we had a generic conversation about the type of work I was doing without going into detail, but I think they were able to read between the lines for the most part at their age and kind of were like, we got it. That's enough. And
yeah. Don't want to hear it?
Yeah.
Yeah. What'd they say?
They were shocked. I think for me, my biggest thing that I was stressing them is like, this is, you know, with your dad's blessing. This is not something that I'm doing behind his back. That was a huge fear of mine. I didn't want them to look at me that way. And so for me, you know, that was important.
And how much were you making as a nurse? NICU nurses, I know you work a lot of extra hours and stuff in that, but what would you average a year?
So maybe 80 grand a year, 75, 80 grand a year.
Okay. So you're making 20, 30 times that, right?
Yeah, we're over 300K a month now.
So what's the biggest negative?
It's definitely a lot more time that, you know, it does take time, more so than what I put in as a nurse. I mean, it's not easy, as we've learned with any type of content creation. It's definitely time and effort. I think there's a safety component that concerns me. We definitely are very, very diligent about maintaining somewhat privacy as much as we can, watching our surroundings. There's some people that can get very emotional attached to you, and that's something you have to be cautious about.
You're careful about cues in the background and stuff so they can't.
Absolutely.
All right, we'll be right back. Have you written into the show? And one last question for you. If you knew then, a year ago, what you know now, would you still do what you've done?
Absolutely.
Okay. So
I would.
With a year's experience, you would do it.
Absolutely.
And, you know, Austin, my last comment for you is, based on the experience you've had with these 2 very generous guys spending time with you, are you still committed to trying to commit to some kind of social platform career?
Yeah, I'd love to be on social platform career and entertainment business in general. Maybe acting also. Anything it takes.
I'm never someone that wants to step on somebody's dreams, however far-fetched they may seem, and I don't know that it's far-fetched for you at all. Maybe this will kickstart things for you. I don't know. But what I will tell you is if somebody tells me, oh, I'm going to go write the next great American novel, that's fine, but you got to eat in the meantime. And you got to pay your way along the way. To Touch an Emu here was a wedding photographer.
A lamb.
And that's what I'm saying, a wedding photographer, and can work and do that. It's great to have a dream, but a crowdfunding page, nobody's going to pay the freight. You got to be willing to work, whether it's waiting tables or welding part-time or doing whatever. Pursue your dream, but pay your way as you go along. And there can be great content in doing that, right? I mean, if you're out there working, let me tell you, you're a good-looking guy, a welder with his shirt off, man. Right? Be creative. Lean into who you are and what you do. Just don't wait for somebody to hand it to you, because they won't. And you have a way to finance yourself along the way. All right. I want to thank all of my guests today, including content creators, to Touch an Emu, a.k.a. David Allen, DJ Hunts. Thank you so much for all you've done. More information about today's show, log on to drphil.com. Today we talked about social media. I'm active online. I like to do that. It teaches me what everybody's doing. You know where to find me. As you saw today, I do try to stay up to date. You have to let me know how I'm doing. You can find me. I'm not a dancer, so don't be looking for a whole lot of that. Don't forget about our exclusive Facebook group, Dr. Phil Fanatics, and also my podcast,